Possible top 5 NBA final matchups in 2023. Looks like we've got ourselves a chaotic 2023 NBA trade deadline. Can you believe it? I mean, anything can happen in the NBA, but this year it's just pure madness. Kevin Durant to the Phoenix Suns? Who would have thought? And let's not forget about Kyrie Irving ditching the Brooklyn Nets for Dallas. Who saw that coming? Not me, that's for sure. But hey, with Durant's move to Phoenix, the Suns' odds of winning it all have skyrocketed. And the Nets, well, they've plummeted faster than a lead balloon. Sorry Brooklyn fans, but it's true. Now let's talk about the NBA All-Star Weekend. Did you see Mac McClung's performance in the dunk contest? It was nearly perfect. I mean, the guy was like a human pogo stick. And that high-scoring game between Team LeBron and Team Giannis, woo! Talk about a nail-biter. But enough about that, it's time to take a look at the championship odds. And folks, I've got a list for you. Now I know it's a pipe dream, but hey, I can dream, right? So, it's totally my list, my dream, so don't come up with technicalities. With that said, let's start. Number 5, Celtics vs Clippers. We've got a Celtics-Clippers matchup on our hands, and let me tell you, I'm scared. Not just scared, but downright terrified. I mean, the Clippers making it to the finals? That's like seeing a unicorn ride a skateboard. It just doesn't happen. But if they did make it that far, I don't think they'd lose, and that's what makes this matchup so dang interesting. Both teams have zero room to give, and the stakes are higher than Snoop Dogg at a Munchies convention. Let's talk about that wing matchup, Kawhi Leonard and PG versus Tatum and Brown. It's like a superhero showdown, but with basketballs instead of capes. I mean, you've got some of the best players in the game guarding each other, and that's just rare. Like finding a parking spot in downtown LA. And let's not forget about the depth of both teams. It's like watching a game of 3D chess, but with actual people instead of little pieces. A true masterpiece of basketball strategy. Now if the Clippers win, that'd be Kawhi's third ring with his third different team, making an already peculiar career even more unique. And if PG finally reaches the top after all this time, well, that's just heartwarming. But if the Celtics win, well, they can't afford to lose 2 straight finals, so it's basically do or die. And let's be real, they've got some serious talent on their side. It's like a gourmet burger versus a fancy pizza. Both are delicious, but which comes out on top? Only time will tell. So buckle up folks, this matchup is going to be one for the ages. And if it goes to 7 games, well, I'll be on the edge of my seat the entire time. Popcorn in one hand, and a stress ball in the other. Number 4, Bucks vs Suns. Alright folks, it's time to talk about the Bucks-Suns rematch. Now before you roll your eyes and click away, hear me out. This matchup has got more juice than a freshly squeezed orange. First of all, you've got the ability to build it as a rivalry. And we all know how much we love a good sports rivalry. It's like a soap opera, but with way more sweat. But wait, there's more. This rematch includes none other than KD himself. And we all know how KD feels about important playoff losses. I mean, the man practically wrote a dissertation on the subject. Now imagine a world where the Suns loaded up like this just to suffer another finals loss to Giannis. It would be like a Greek tragedy, but with more dunks and less Oedipus. But let's not forget about the actual basketball. This would be some serious fun hoops. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Sure, people might not have been interested in the series in 2021, but that's their loss. I was having a blast, and it could have definitely gone 7. Now let's talk about the lack of hype surrounding these two teams since they played in the finals. It's like they're the basketball equivalent of a one-hit wonder. But with KD in the mix, this matchup has new life. It's like they went from playing at a dive bar to headlining Coachella. So buckle up folks, this rematch could be the stuff of legends. Or it could be a snooze fest. But either way, we'll be watching popcorn in one hand and foam finger in the other. Number 3, Celtics vs Suns. Alright. We got another potential finals matchup on the table, and it's Celtic vs Suns. Now I know what you're thinking, but isn't that just a less exciting version of Clippers Suns? And to that I say who cares, we're talking about basketball here people. Boston getting back to the finals for a second straight year just to have to face a juggernaut for their rite of passage is exciting in and of itself. It's like climbing Mount Everest only to find out you have to do it again, but this time with a boulder tied to your back. And let's not forget about the Celtics' defense. They made life a living hell for KD in the postseason last year. And while it's unlikely that they'll be able to duplicate that feat with the Suns' current personnel, it would still be entertaining to see them try. But here's the real kicker. If the Celtics beat one of Kevin Durant's Justice League assemblies for their first title with the squad, I'm never going to stop talking. I mean, can you imagine the trash talk potential? It would be like the basketball version of David slaying Goliath. So let's do this thing, folks. Bring on the Celtics-Suns final matchup, and who knows, maybe we'll be treated to a little history in the making. Or maybe we'll just get a bunch of missed free throws and bad haircuts. Either way, it'll be a good time. Number 2, the Bucks vs Nuggets. Oh man, a Bucks vs Nuggets final would be a throwback to the good old days of big man basketball. We're talking about 2 7-footers with silky smooth moves and handles like their point guards. It's like watching Shaq and Hakeem go at it all over again, except with more 3-point shooting. And don't even get me started on Nikola Jokic and Giannis. Matchup, that's like a Greek god against a Serbian demigod. I mean, we're talking about 2 MVPs going at it. It's sure going to be like watching a ballet with all the fancy footwork and pirouettes. Sure, the ratings might not be through the roof, but who cares? It's basketball in its purest form, and I'll take that over any glitzy showbiz any day. Number 1, Celtics vs Lakers. As I mentioned before, I chose a total wildcard that I am well aware of as having no possibility of happening. Yet it's still on my list of favourites. As a result, I'm making notes wherever I find a way for other episodes of Celtics and Lakers. But allow me to elaborate. A Celtics-Lakers rematch? Are you sure you're not just living in a dream world? I mean, I appreciate the optimism, but let's be real. The Lakers have had a better chance of winning the lottery than making it to the finals at this point. But hey, if we're going to talk about long shots, might as well go all in, right? LeBron and AD are back and healthy, with new pieces to boot. That's a scary thought, but let's not forget that the Lakers were a mess before the injuries even hit. Sure, they made some moves at the deadline, but are they really going to make a huge difference? I mean, I don't want to be a buzzkill, but let's hope they make the playoffs first. And even if they do, getting past the likes of the Suns, Warriors or Jazz, good luck with that. But hey, anything can happen in the NBA, right? Maybe the basketball gods will smile down on the Lakers and give them a chance to redeem themselves against the Celtics. Let's be honest, even if this unlikely scenario did play out, the series would probably end up being a blowout. I mean, have you seen the Celtics this year? They're not exactly lighting the world on fire either, but hey, a fan can dream, can't they? And that's all for now. We hope you enjoyed it and gained some new insights into these exciting NBA matchups. Now we want to hear from you. What do you think about this? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more NBA content and analysis. Until next time, keep following your favourite teams and players, and we'll see you in the next video. Until then, peace.